Hello everyone, Uxales speaking. In the video about one of my favorite games, not being Guild Wars 2. AiWar. This game is a slow-paced strategic puzzle game which will kill you if you make a mistake. It looks more or less like this. This is a tactical screen, the planet, basically. A single battlefield out of about 80 planets. Here you wage wars, kill stuff, die, make defenses, standard RTS things. And this is the strategic map layer. Here you decide which planet to get, where are enemy forces and your forces, and general logistics stuff. So you use the strategic layer to select which planets to hit, which planets you have to defend, what do you have to get or what do you have to do, and then execute that on the tactical layer. Okay, but I called this game a puzzle game. It's because you and the computer play two different games. You, the player, have resources. Some simply come with time, like metal. Some, like hacking or knowledge, are dependent on how many planets did you get. An AI has one parameter, AI progress. It's the aggregate of all the possible resources for the computer. The only way how AI progress is going up is by me making moves. For example, I destroy enemy planet, AI progress goes up. I destroy some key structures, AI progress goes up. But it doesn't go up on its own. And AI sends waves and general power depending on how high is AI progress. So how to lose the game? I need to try to take all the planets. How to win the game? Take the least planets with the most interesting things which suits your strategy and kill those two planets where AI is located. That is theory. So let me show you several fights I had. Every one of those was a loss, to show you why two fights in AiWar are never the same. Well, what happened here? I stayed on the planet too long and enemies pulled the special forces. My transport got destroyed, and as my opponents tend to destroy engines, my ships were technically sitting ducks. My fleet wiped. Basically, get used to it in AiWar. If I have resources, I'm able to rebuild in about 3 minutes, and the game supports acceleration of time. An important thing to understand here, computer has infinite resources. AI does not play the same game we do, but the magnitude of response of a computer is dependent on AI progress. Even if we kill 1 million units, we won't influence enemies' resources in any way. Okay, so what is happening right now? Some planets have some kind of special capturable objects. For example, blueprints for new turrets or a new ship. But if I lose the planet, they will destroy this building and I kind of lose access to it. So what I'm doing right now is I am hacking this planet. So I'm paying a hacking resource to be able to unlock the turret in my case. The turret is tier 5, which means it's more or less worth 5 turrets I can build normally. The cost of hacking is that I am generating threat. This is enemy ships which want to come to my planet and kill me. As both the hacker unit is stealthed and the transporter is stealthed, they cannot interrupt me. They can only come to my planet. And here they come before I manage to build my turrets. But it is AI Progress 30 and it's the first planet I am hacking. As you can see, this wave was not at risk. After building those turrets and balancing economy a bit, I was able to defend myself. So the future looks bright, right? This is a game I'm going to win, correct? Well, not quite. In the wave here, enemy force was large enough to be able to escape my tractor beams. Extremely dangerous against force fields, bombers, and shield bearers, technically mobile force fields, moved towards my home station. I had my units there, so I was able to defend, but if they passed tractor beams, it means I don't have enough, and I ignored it. Now, this game has 150 units, more or less. Both you and AI will get about 10 different units every game. This game, my opponent got a special unit called iBot. iBots are delicate, but they can stealth and they ignore force fields. Guess what was defended by the shield bearers next time? How could I defend myself? Well, for starters, gravity turrets would make it impossible for enemies to move so fast. Then, things to detect iBots and stop them earlier. I could have reloaded the game, but it's more fun for me to not reload and try again. Unfortunately, that part of the video got corrupted, so I can't show you the loss. Alright, new game. This time I'm playing using Zenith siege engines. They deal enormous damage against force fields, engines, so they slow enemies down, expensive large slow cannons, so they synchronize well with transports. Playing against two aggressive AIs on high difficulty level. What can go wrong? Spoiler alert, I died. Siege engines have a finesse of a brick. You put them in a transport, you transport them somewhere, you unload them, they cause chaos and mayhem, and then you load them to the transport and move them somewhere else. The strategy of using stealthed transports combined with the siege engines is a very powerful one. Now let me show you my thinking process in the larger map. This planet is awesome. Best I have ever seen. 2 golems, which means capturable super weapons, and 1 turret controller Mark V. So when I get this planet, I need to first hack it, and then take it, and hold it for some time. This one has a Dyson. If I kill command center over there, I will get a lot of awesome allies. The Gatlings will defend me. Combined with tractor beams and the controllers, wow. And this planet needs very heavy defenses. It has a factory tier 4. In short, lets me build perfect units. With Dyson next to it, it will be hard to take by enemy. Okay, so the resultant plan is very simple. First, free the Dyson. Using its defenses, attack the factory planet next to it, take it down and fortify. Then hack the laser turret planet and take it down and build defenses and take golems. This should give me very good defensive base. Now there is only one small problem, one of execution. Before Dyson gets freed, it spawns neutral units. They hate everyone and kill everyone. And the AI got tackle drones. Those push enemies away. Remember, I'm not building turrets simply because, well, there are many controllers here and I'm greedy. And this is what killed me. I have lost my transport completely by accident before I managed to free Dyson. This means I had to rebuild my whole fleet. But as I lost my units on enemy planet, a reprisal wave was created. And enemy wave was made of tackle drones. Now, if I had my capital ships like, for example, siege engines, I would be able to defend it because they are immune to tackle drones. But the small, light ships I'm using for defenses are no match because they are being thrown away. And so I have lost again. If I unlocked just some basic turrets, I would not have fallen like that. Okay, so let's take another approach. This game I'm playing Nainzel Fireflies. They are super cheap, super fast unit with attrition, that is, they die while doing nothing, and when they die they explode in a beautiful way. This means that potentially we can do things like this here. We've got enemy Zenith Bomber Wave, we select a group of Fireflies, I press delete, enter, whoops. But what they also give us is swarming strategies. Fly, my pretties, fly and rip those worlds apart. Tactics, microscale, who cares? Destroy everything. When you die, not if, when you die, I'll build another. Did I mention that I really like Nainzel Fireflies? Okay, so what killed me this time? Surprise, greed did. Of all the planets in the galaxy, the most suitable one was the one with Dark Spire. Dyson generates neutral units which hate everyone, but you can take him on your side. Dark Spire can't be taken on your side. If units, any units, die on a planet where Dark Spire is located, Dark Spire generates neutral units which hate everyone. And I decided this will be the first planet I'm going to take, using Nainzel swarm strategies. What eventually happened is that Dark Spire spawned an extremely dangerous unit called Hatred. It beelined to my home world. I lose when I lose my command station. Note what happens with my force fields here. I put everything I had on this Spire Hatred, and this time I managed to survive with 7% hit points left. So I built a set of turrets, and I did manage to get that planet. Now you can control in a way which planets are going to be attacked, because you can destroy warp gates, so AI will not launch waves on you. I didn't do it, and I got 2 waves of AI upon the newly conquered planet with Dark Spire. And one of those waves was bombard ships. Very long range, quite armored, but kicker is that they have longer range than my turrets. This, plus general amount of enemy units which approached, was enough to destroy my secondary base. And I got into energy brownout. This means all turrets, all force fields stop working, including those on my home command station. Usually I would destroy every unit here, eat reprisal wave, to get home operational, but I was afraid of Dark Spire, and I didn't know Dark Spire hatred was generated and it flew to my home command station, and it killed me. Without turrets and force fields nothing could oppose it. 3 shots and my base was dead. What did I do wrong? Well, I should have destroyed warp gates to this planet, but most importantly I shouldn't have selected this planet to be my first expansion. And if I do, not with Nainzul. Now remember those golems I told you about earlier? Those powerful super weapons I can capture? They are like 10 or 20 times more powerful than hatred. And you can control them. Every game in AiWar is completely different and there are much more strategies than I'm showing right now. It's simply that the video is long enough as it is anyway. Losing is definitely fun. Remember, you can lower the difficulty level or reload the game. The fact I am playing Iron Man doesn't mean you have to. So, thank you for watching. Urxalis out.